everybody, it's Marie from Pursery Paper Crafts. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with a 12 by 12 process video for you for Lottie Loves Paper, so this one does count as an advertisement. And I am using the gorgeous Think Happy kit. This is my fourth layout with the kit, and I've decided to break into this gorgeous triangle paper. I have been staring and stroking this paper for quite a while, and I finally came up with something that I wanted to do. And I've only used a few strips of it, so I've got loads of it left, so I can use it in a different way as well. I do like to do that with my 12 by 12 papers. I do like to kind of use them all in different ways, and try and kind of make them last across a few different layouts. So this one I can definitely do that with. So like you can see, I'm just cutting it into triangles and cutting then all the white sections off. The back of this sheet is another shade of pink, so as well as having those pinks and oranges and peachy colours, I've kept the other side, which on this side was white, but I've kept the pink side, and I do in a little while decide to sort of intersperse those triangles with these. So what I'm doing now is just playing with the layout of the triangles really. I knew I wanted to stick with the pinks and the oranges because a lot of the embellishments are pinky orangey colours, and they're gorgeous embellishments, and I wanted to use a lot on this layout. So I've chosen a black and white photograph that you'll see in a little while. So I just start playing around with the placement of these triangles and seeing sort of which ones fit nicely together. I knew I didn't want to do like a grid layout, and I wanted sort of little bits sticking out, and I've seen triangles used like this before, and this layout, this paper, sorry, just seemed to suit being chopped up into these little triangles. I have never used triangles before, I don't think. It's not a shape I normally go for. I love my hexagons, I love using hexagons, but triangles is not a shape that I've ever used on a layout or really been drawn to, but this paper has really made me think, oh yeah, okay, I'll give it a go. So I'm just cutting up extra pieces and choosing if I want extra bits stuck out, and to kind of spread it out and make it look less, I want to say organised, but yeah, just a little bit random, I suppose. So all I do then is start sticking down these triangles. Now I do pull in some extras from the little piles over there on the right, so that I can line up the triangles correctly, because I am sticking them down with wet glue, and my wet glue is reasonably fast drying and reasonably, well, very sticky, and once they're down, I have to tear them off if I want them to come back off, so they don't just pop off. So just using my ruler there to help line it up. My ruler, believe it or not, is not actually straight. I did get my money back for it. I've kind of still got it, but I think I got a bit of a dodgy one, and it's not actually straight in the middle, it's kind of bowed, so that's why I pulled that sticker sheet in there, just to help me make sure it's properly in a line. And I just go through using that wet glue and sticking all these little triangles down. My idea is to have the page this way around, but I think in the end I do turn it round. It didn't feel quite right this way around. It kind of felt like maybe me and Elliot should have been looking upwards if I wanted it this way round. So you do see in a little while that I switch it round, and it becomes the other way up. So they're all stuck down now, and I'm going to start looking at some of the papers from that 6x6 pad. It's a Slice of Life by Amy Tangerine, and I'm just going to look through for some of the papers that I can use to mat the photograph with. Now, the sheet of paper is from Pink Paisley. It's Paige Evans' Truly Grateful collection, the triangle paper, and so the colours in the 6x8 pad don't match exactly. They are not the same collection, however they're so close, and there's so many colours that are so similar. I just have a really good play here with which papers I really fancy using, and there are so many that would work together. I think I've got almost got a bit too much choice, and I do find it quite hard to choose which ones I'm going to use. So I do cut quite a few up, and then swap and change my mind. I never mat things straight anymore. I used to. I never mat them straight anymore. I always do them slightly offset. I think it adds just a little bit more interest. I kind of look at that and then decide Not so sure. So then I pull out this rainbow paper and that lighter yellow and decide that I really like that rainbow paper. I think that those colours match perfectly with what's going on the page there. So I do decide, I think, to chop that up and use that to mat my photograph on. Just using the photograph to size it and lining it up. And then that lighter yellow. And just, I think I've got the darker yellow in there as well. So I'm just going to do a little bit of trimming. Same with that one. And getting rid of that like confetti type paper and going with the stripy one instead, the arrows, which is just gorgeous. That's the first layer. Double-sided the second layer down. Offset that other yellow piece and then pop that one on and just trim it down so that it kind of sticks out all the way around, because I like it so much I want to be able to see it all the way around. And it kind of brings the whole thing together, those paler yellows, the pinks, the reds. Really happy with how that matting's looking there. And then just some double-sided, sorry, not double-sided, adhesive foam on the back of the photograph just to give a tiny bit of dimension. And this is then where I change my mind and the whole thing gets flipped around, and it just feels better that way around. Pop in an extra little triangle in there, and I'm happy with that, so there it gets stuck. And then I'm going to start going through all the different embellishments. Because there are so many that will work with this layout, I do change my mind quite a few times here and put lots of different things on and take lots of different things off. So bear with me while I swap and change my mind quite a lot. But I do put that black title on, and then I decide that it's not quite right. I wanted to keep the colours in line with those triangles. I didn't want a different colour on there, so I take that back off in a minute. And instead I use some of the words that you will see that I pull off the thicker sheet and off the cardstock sticker sheet. So I use that Enjoy the Now one, which is what I've called the layout. And then I pull out a whole variety of different stickers and hearts. I use the glittery ones on this. I know I've said this before, but I am a mum of a little boy, so I don't use masses and masses of pink. So when I get the opportunity to use pink, I go to town and I use lots and lots and lots of pink. So I'm using the little birds. These are the Paige Taylor Evans Truly Grateful puffy stickers that I'm using now, and I like those little mushrooms. It is a little sort of autumnal walk that we went on probably last year, I think. So I took the opportunity to use loads of those gorgeous puffy stickers, like I say, the glittery hearts, the glittery explore, the BU, and just played with placing them sort of all over and just having a bit of a fun, eclectic little layout here. And I play with those dots. I do like those dots. I've managed to find lots that will work, some little flowers, more little hearts, more hearts even, another little flower, and some more little words. That's about it for my layout today. Just while I finish popping on the last few embellishments that I'm going to use, I will say thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check me out on Instagram, and I've also got a Facebook group. But please be sure to pop by Lottie Loves Paper and check out lots of the new stock that's arriving in the shop. Bye for now.